Hey, what's up guys, MechaGodzilla here again, doing another video for you guys today. Today I'm going to be doing a review on the Yamakatsu MechaGodzilla 1974. This MechaGodzilla appeared first in the movie Godzilla vs. MechaGodzilla, and his last appearance was in Terror of MechaGodzilla. He's also featured in the game Godzilla Unleashed. And he's also on a lot of artwork that you can find on the internet. Now, I'm going to start off this review by saying that I got this guy at my local collectible store called Fighter's Corner for only $12. He does tend to go for like 40 to 50 to beyond or at 100 bucks on websites. You're mainly going to find this guy online unless you're lucky like me and find him at your local comic book store. But you know, you want to buy it and go for it. I just got mine for cheap because I was lucky. So yeah, let's go with the details, starting with the head. You can see the design on this one is the Showa MechaGodzilla, and they captured it perfectly here. Got the horn at the top of his head, his eyebrows, his eyes. Then we got the nose. You can see the presence of bolts that are all around his head. And the bolts tend to go throughout his body because that's what the design has. See right here on his neck, he's got some gritting right here on his neck. Not sure if you can see, but there it is. He's got the laser shooter, shoots the laser when he's attacking Godzilla and King Caesar. You can see some more of the bolts and the pattern he has in the movie is presented here. Then we got this bit here, which is featured on the 74 MechaGodzilla, and like I said, this is the 74 MechaGodzilla, and you can tell, you probably won't be able to tell the difference between the 75 MechaGodzilla and the 74 MechaGodzilla, so I'm going to leave a link down below to a video that'll let you know the difference, so check it out if you want to. Yeah, the arm, so we got nice detail here, you got a brace right here with the bolts continue to the hands, his finger missiles are right there. More detail, some more bolts, the knee spikes right here. The feet on mine, the feet are slightly warped, they're pressed together like this, but he still stands well. Toes, and the spikes running down the back that start from all the way to the top of the head to the end of the tail. They're not like Godzilla spikes where they're like super huge. We got the tail, we got some more of the bolts. The interesting pattern here. Got the blade at the end of his tail. Surprisingly, there's no cannon right here for him to fly, and either at the bottom of his feet, but instead we got the copyright info. The paint job on this guy is very interesting. He's not metallic silver like he was in the movie, because he's made out of titanium. He's this very, he's kind of a darkish gray color, which is shiny, don't get me wrong, it's pretty shiny. It's not silver though, and he's got some black highlights that are sprayed on his feet, shoulder, leg, it's all on his back, on his neck. I don't think this appeared in this MechaGodzilla design. It was mostly in Terror of MechaGodzilla, but it's alright. And interestingly enough, the bottom of the tail isn't really smooth, it's kind of concaved a bit, kind of sharp, which was seen on the 75 MechaGodzilla, not the 74. The eyes are gold, and we got the red on the side of his head. So overall, paint job and detail is pretty good. Now let's move on to the articulation on this guy, and he only has 5 points. It's in the arms, both legs, and the tail. All in which can rotate 360. Be warned though, the leg, actually, you know what? I was gonna say the arm does get in the way, but if you lift it up, it won't. So yeah, the basic dinosaur articulation, but unfortunately, that's it. You would think the head would move, because he's MechaGodzilla, but they didn't include that on this figure. Why? I don't know. But, you know, it is a pretty stiff figure because it's made out of hard vinyl. so likely it would have been stiff. And also you can see this spike kind of goes over this section here, which would have prevented it from rotating. I don't think this would have been here if the head could have rotated. The wrists don't move either, so you can't get the missile pose if you ever want to do a movie with this guy. And neither does the waist. So you're very limited on articulation here, but it's good enough that he does have one where he's not like a still figure like X Plus. But with X Plus figures you get good detail but no articulation. With this one you get sort of good articulation, but detail's fine. So now I'm gonna compare him in size to some figures that most people should have. Going to be comparing them to the NECA 1984 Godzilla. See how short he is. He's a pretty short figure. And here he is compared to a 6-inch Godzilla 54. As you can see, he is still short. Here he is compared to Hedorah, who I think that size would work out. And here he is compared to a Babyzilla. I'm basically sizing him up with figures that people should have so you can get an idea of his size. And he's shorter than all of them. Well, actually, yeah, he is the same size as the Babyzilla, but he's shorter than all the other figures. He's not tall like MechaGodzilla should be. So if you're planning on using this guy for a movie, you want to use your 6-inch figures, he's gonna be short. Unless you have a substitution to make MechaGodzilla look taller, then use that figure. But other than that, your 6-inch figures aren't gonna work out with this guy. So yeah, he's basically just a lone figure, but if you have other Yamakatsu figures, they would probably go good with MechaGodzilla. So I give this figure an 8.5 out of 10. It's a great figure. My only problem is that some parts aren't painted. Like this should be orange, and that the MG is missing, and also because the articulation is okay, but I really wish the head, wrists, and torso would move. The wrists, maybe I could let that slide, but the waist and the head would have been pretty useful. I don't complain about the model being too short. This is their scale. It's not Bandai scale where they can be 6 inches or taller. This is their line, and they make them as tall as they want to. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you ever want to pick up this guy, like I said, you're gonna get him on websites because they'll go around 50 to 50 bucks, if not 100, unless you find him in a comic book store. I'd say pick him up because it'll probably be cheaper there or the same price as he is online. But if you see him, go ahead and pick it up. It's a good figure, unless you don't like the size and the lack of articulation he could use. But if you want articulation, go for the other MechaGodzilla figures. This is not the one you should go for if you're looking for articulation. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and look forward to more videos. This is Mr. Kydrick signing out, and by Friday I should have my Q&A video. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys later.